Hey, what's going on, YouTube, my family, and my friends? Excellent Dreams here, back with another exclusive video for you today. Um, Let me send the invite to Mia. I'll be training with Mia today. Waiting for her to come aboard. Go ahead and share my screen. Let's jump right into this. Minimize all of this. All right. All right, that's the design I was recently working on. Let's see here. It's Green Bay Packers. And when it's actually on the shirt. So a lot of people, these objects, let me edit and nudge these out. As you can see, that's the design there. And then it has another piece here, and then that, nudge all of that over. If we put that on the black background, changing it to black, sending it to the back here, that's pretty much the design. But of course, this part right here is white. So, and maybe let's make this a little more green so that we can see it. I don't think, but that's not the Packers green. But it'll work. It'll do. Just so y'all can get the representation. And then here's all the stones pretty much by themselves. So all I pretty much will cut out is the white outline for Packers, and then I will position it pretty much where I need it to go on the shirt. That way I can up here. So that's showing it without the I forgot to fix the E here. Let me spin it to the back. All right, so I would, if I'm using Rhinestone, or if I'm using an outline or any of that, then I'll typically put the outline down first. So I wouldn't even be using this yellow here. I'll be using the white and yeah, ooh, okay. Waiting for Mia to come. She just popped in. I just saw her. She'll be popping back here in a second. But yeah. So to do it correctly and to get the spacing correct, I will do something like this. I'll take the white. Let's make it pink so we can see it. Let's nudge that over. And then I'll make a copy of this. So Control C and Control V, and then let's nudge that over. And we're going to weld it with this. That way, we can use that as our guide, And doing that, I will want to make this one over here. Let's do a place and fill on that. Let's go 0.003 to the outside, one island, and then give it, a bumper. Apologies, my apologies. Had to send that message out. So now you'll cut that out with this and use that as a guide, and then you'll pretty much, let's edit, let's nudge this back in. Hey, Mia.
I'm sorry, I just heard you talking and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in one of his recordings.
No, no, no. All of my trainings are recorded. So typically I'll start the recording off as soon as I start the training, and I'll wait for the attendees to come in. That way
Okay,
I don't forget to hit record, you know. So a lot of
got
the
it.
times when you come in, I'll be working on the design. That way I'm not just sitting there, twiddling my thumbs or whatever, like while I record. So,
Absolutely. That's a very nice design, by the way.
oh, thank you, thank you. All all I did was hit it with a couple of fills and filled in this Packers part right here.
Okay.
So
I really enjoyed actually the yesterday when you did the training and you remember, I don't know which one it was, but you were saying how you were moving the stones around. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So I'm excited.
yes. So
I'm gonna tell you now, I have never done any of this. I've worked on my Cricut and that's about it. So, but
yeah,
I'm excited to learn.
okay, that's fine. So with this software, you can still cut out these designs using your Cricut.
Okay, so
Oh,
even though I don't have the TRW, because I could only download the Coreldraw.
right. Yeah, so the TRW Rhinestone software add-on is only available for Windows. So it's not
Oh,
but there, because I don't have a Mac. Like, did you see the screenshot I sent you?
yeah,
The last
yeah.
one. So there is a workaround or whatever, I guess, using some sort of app or whatever where you can use Windows software on a Mac, but I don't have a Mac, so I don't know what that software is.
I might have to just go get a cheap little Windows and call it a day because I don't feel like doing all that workaround and all that. I don't want to do that at all.
Okay, so Micro Center, let me show you. Microcenter.com. This is where I shop at, right?
Okay.
Um, if we go to, I'm gonna go to computers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, desktop computers, phone.
Okay,
Eh,
that's not even a little bad little price right there.
yeah, but they got. Wait till you see the price on this one I'm about to show you. Okay, let's do all desktops, and let's go by lowest price.
Mm-hmm.
This is about to wow you. That's 119, right?
Wow.
And it comes with an i5 in it, 3.2 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM, but it only got 256 hard drive. So not
Well, you can
bad,
always add to it.
not bad. But
Not bad
for
at all.
for 129, here's the same thing, and you get a 512. But
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I will probably do that today. And yeah, cool.
so
That way I can have no problems. I can do what I need to do.
right. So the training will is recorded, and you'll be able to play it back at your convenience after you get everything set up.
Okay.
I just want to show you what this software can truly do.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
So you're familiar with Design Space, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you cut out vinyl before, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, a lot of people have never done either of that, so it'd be kind of hard to explain things at a newbie level. So, okay, I get it.
I understand.
So right here, when you're looking at this software, let's open up a new one. A lot of people are intimidated when they see it. They're like, oh my God, it's so much. It's going to be so hard to learn. When in reality, it's not. Like, the easiest way to look at it is you have your paper here. This is our paper, our workspace,
Okay.
Just like if you had a drawing tablet in front of you, you got your paper here, and then you have something you're gonna grab that has all of your paint brushes in it. It's got a knife in there, it's got an eraser in there, it's got, your tools.
Right. So
So
you have a toolkit.
yeah, so you want to look at software as if you actually doing it physically. So everything is pretty much the same, and they've incorporated that along the sides here. As
Okay.
far as your selection tool, shape tool, and all of these tools, which you're
Okay.
only going to use a few of them. And as you get started, and then as you learn a new tool, you start using that tool if you choose to or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still only use a few of these tools, but I use them all of the time, repetitively. Okay?
Okay.
When you're looking up here, this is your setup for your workspace. So everything that you see up here with nothing selected, this is you just pretty much setting up your workspace. So when you hover over it, of course, they've incorporated the pick tool up here as well, and the freehand pick tool. Wireframe view, we can't see wireframe view, but that's right there. Um, Design Space got a wireframe view as well too, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not that far into it. I've just made a few t-shirts.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna speed you up. Let's type out your name, and I'm only just doing this right now so that you can see. All right, so that's regular view. Wireframe view will allow you to see your cut lines.
Okay.
So if you had multiple Mias and you were trying to make a shirt that said Mia and a purple one, and then like another color, and you were trying to cut that out, you'll be able to see your cut lines when
Oh,
you go to
okay.
wireframe, and then you will know like you can layer it, like you can layer vinyl and achieve this great, but in reality, you will want to cut this Mia through that Mia and cut that Mia through that Mia.
Oh my gosh. It's just sorry. It's just my computer. Nobody is here.
I'm on a training right now. I had a training at 3 p.m. So just go home and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay.
I apologize. My
No.
dog's coming down from upstairs. Like, who is that talking?
Oh no, it happens. We all have our lives. It just so happened yours happened at the same time mine.
You're right.
Okay, so yep, the wireframe just allows you to see your cut lines.
Okay.
So regardless of whatever color, you see I changed the color of it. When you go to wireframe, it's helpful for you to see your cut lines.
Okay. Perfect.
As you're hovering over it, they just incorporated a couple of tools right here into the up here. Everything else, as you can see, is grayed out. So these functions are not even available right now.
Okay.
Let me delete that. Right here, you can turn it from portrait to landscape.
Okay.
So you can change it
That
from
makes, that's
inches to
helpful.
millimeters. I like to keep mine on inches.
Right.
All right. Duplicate distance. That's for this nudge effect here. We'll get into that. But
Okay.
all of this is pretty much setting up your workspace. Right here, your snap tool. I like to turn my guidelines on and my objects on.
Okay.
All right. So 13 by 19. That's the size of the paper that we're working with. Of course, you can change that to 8.5. by 11, and then you
I
see
have
the
a
picture.
question.
Yes.
So right now I have a Cricut Explore Air and I have a Cricut Maker.
Okay.
Are those cutters ideal for this work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay, I don't know your budget, so I got a Cricut Explore Air right here up under my desk. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's under my desk because I don't use it to cut. Because I had a bigger, better cutter long before I bought this thing. You know, I bought this thing to help show other people how to cut out rhinestone designs
Mm-hmm.
on a budget with a Cricut. So
Gotcha.
I don't even use mine because I have a US cutter. It's a cutter that came on a stand, and the cutter is about $300. You know,
Okay.
a lot of people it, they don't do enough research to know that, oh, I could have bought a bigger, better cutter for about the same price. Like, you know what I mean,
Exactly.
had I known, you know. So
Exactly.
when I first got started, I did so much research, and I chose a 24-inch commercial cutter versus the 12-inch hobby cutter, you know.
Got it.
But I got one, you know, I've used it uh, a few times just to show people the process. You do
Mm-hmm.
got to take the rhinestone flock off the backing, and you got to apply it to your mat, you know. But then after you do that, it's gonna cut great. You just gotta weed it off your mat, and then take a scraper and scrape your mat off, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you do have the money in the future, I'll send you a link to where
Okay.
you can get a commercial cutter, which will make your life a lot more easier. Like, you know what I mean? When
Very
you're,
good.
yeah, they cut faster. They're just more efficient. They got the roll stand on the back, so you can sit your vinyl back there. Like, it's just
Much better.
easier than using a Cricut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
All right. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start with the rectangle.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna draw another one. Let me draw another one. I'm going to color these. As you can see, when we drew these objects out, they are just lines. We just see lines right now. But if you click on them, on the inside of them, you can see that there are actually objects that you can click on. So let's change this one pink.
So I have a question.
Yes,
So I see that you're in Coreldraw, but you have the TRW Design Wizard Pro next to right here.
yes,
So, hmm. So does Coreldraw not have the coloring option?
it does. It does. Let me close the design wizard. So inside of Corel Draw,
Mm-hmm.
natively by itself, you have this drop out window right here.
Okay.
Currently, I clicked on mine, and I have mine set to 3 rows. I think
Okay.
when you first start, it's maybe 1 row over here of the traditional colors.
Okay.
You can pop that out right here, and add. I like to do 3 rows,
Okay.
but I typically don't go over here and grab these colors because a lot of the basic colors are either represented here in the stone color
Mm-hmm.
or represented here in the vinyl color.
Okay.
So inside the design wizard, these colors on the right are vinyl colors. And
Okay.
this little dropout right here, when you hover over it, it says select vinyl library. And then a dropout comes where you can change it to glitter. And now these are all the glitter colors.
Oh,
These
okay.
these are FDC, I guess, sign glitter. It's a
Got it.
regular sign vinyl. Then you got wall vinyl. You got the
Caesar.
Caesar brick.
Okay.
Yep. So they got all of the the vinyl colors represented right here, and you can change the glitter. But check this out.
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
What in the world is going on? Tomato. Oh my God. I'm trying to get out. There you go. Hold on 1 second, right? Honey, can you just go? Can you please put them away? Thank you. I'm trying to get this training done. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
All right. So when we changed it over here to the glitter colors, if we click here and we change it to glitter, now it's glitter.
Okay.
But also right here up under the drop down, up under the select vinyl library, you have this button here. When you click that, you can change the size of the glitter.
Oh, so like chunky.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, medium. Oh, okay. Very
Uh,
cool.
So also what I like to do is you see this pink box here, it has an outline on it.
Yes.
Whenever you draw anything or use any of the objects, like if we were to pull out this circle here, the eclipse tool, it has an outline on it. Even if we change it to yellow, still has that outline. What you
Yeah.
want to do is you want to right click on this X here. It says
Mhm.
left click clear field, right click clear outline. So I like to get rid of my outlines because I like putting outlines on stuff or contour lines on stuff. So if I get rid of this outline, you can't see it, but it's still there because we can still click on it. And if we go to our wireframe, we can now see it. We just
Okay.
can't see it because it's white. And we change that to cream.
But if you move it on top of something, you'll be able to see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's below. Right here in
Yeah,
the
you have
design wizard, you have this F button here, which will bring it to the front.
right. Okay.
And I think I need to save. Um, and for some reason, when I save, should have brought it to the front. Oh, I didn't put it. Oh, I never filled it with a color.
Oh, okay. Well,
It
then
was still
that
trans. I'm like, hold on, what is going on? It was still transparent. So
right.
I'm gonna copy this, make another one because I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Let me make them that color, at least so we can see it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna right click on that, get rid of the outline on that. So what I'm doing right now, I'm only doing this to show you how to use the pick tool. So I'm placing all of these objects on top of the screen. Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
And the pick tool is just the triangle.
It's the selection tool.
Okay.
So right here, using the pick tool, you can either just click on the object and then bring up the nodes around it.
Okay.
Click on this one, bring up the nodes around it. Of course, we can see that this one is back there. We can still click on it and you can see the nodes representing that space or that object.
Okay. And
Same
then
with
you
the,
copy it and then just paste it to put them in different places like you did with the circles.
yes, pretty much what I was doing there was I was grabbing it, dragging it, and you can right click before you let it go, and that makes a copy.
Oh, okay.
Or you can grab it, drag it, and stamp it with the space bar, and that makes a copy. Every time you hit the space bar, you can stamp it in there. And then
Oh,
let it go.
cool. That way you don't have to be trying to make sure you got the same sizes and all that kind of stuff. Because I've done that before and it's so annoying.
Oh, you're gonna love this software because we have these three buttons right here, these three magical buttons in the design wizard that allows you to choose everything that's the same size, the same
Oh,
color. or the same size and color.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Where has this software been all my life?
So check this out. Say using the pick tool, you have to go in there and you have to just get this yellow one right here. Sure enough, you can just click on it, but there will be times and instances where you have to come from a white negative space where there's no graphic, and trying to get the zoom just right, and come in there and grab it like this.
Okay, so just select it.
Yeah, but as you can see, the selection box is only around that yellow one that's in the center. So when I let go, it's only going to select that one, which is represented here.
Okay,
But if I grab it and I go this way and I grab both of those,
then it's gonna be two, both of those are gonna be selected.
yeah, only both of those. It's not going to be this yellow one over here because that yellow one has to be inside of the selection box.
So whatever I select, all of it has to be in the selection box in order for it to be selected.
Correct.
Okay,
So perfect example here, I can grab just these three by excluding everything else and making sure I don't get the entire pink box behind it inside of my selection. And when I let go, now I have those three selected, and you can tell they're selected because when you hover over them, you'll see the crosshair.
okay,
When I hover over the pink, the crosshair goes away. That's how you know that's not part of the selection.
okay,
All right.
all right.
So in doing so, now I can go in there and grab all of those here, and even this pink box here. So everything that's inside of the selection will all be selected.
Okay,
Boom. And I can grab it. I know I got it because when I hover over everything that I wanted to select, I can see that there's a crosshair over it. So I'm gonna grab it, and move it.
okay.
Cool. All right. So say you wanted to select all of the yellow. Wait a minute. Let's make some more yellow. Boom. You want to select all of the yellow in your design? You can
Okay,
click on the yellow. You have to click on the color first, and then you have these three magic boxes over here. I'm gonna go through these three boxes, and then I'll jump into explaining the wizard and how it's set up.
oh my gosh.
So this color right here in the center. Okay, so Coreldraw is Coreldraw. As you can see over here, it is green and it is activated. The moment we click on the design wizard, as you can see, the design wizard is grayed out right now. Once we click over here, boom, the design wizard is now active and Coreldraw is now grayed out.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you want to remember that when you're using the design wizard to actually click on it, because now you can hover over things and it pops up right there what that button is and what it does. If you don't have it selected, and let's say you were working over here in Coreldraw and you came over here to do something, and you're like, it's not, I can't remember what this button does. It comes up down here at the bottom, right down here.
Oh,
So
okay. There's a description.
yeah, it comes up down there. That's okay. I like seeing it down there. But if you just click right here on the design wizard itself, boom, now it actually pops up when you hover over things.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
All right, it's
There.
still going to show up down there, but it actually pops up when you actually have it activated up here.
Okay.
All right. So this first box here is select same size. So if I click on this one, it's going to select all of those circles because all of those circles were the same size, regardless of the color. If I click on one yellow and click the middle button, it's going to click all of the same size. I mean, all of the same color. So everything that's yellow, it will get. The next one is same size and color. So if I click on this and then click the button, it's only going to get all of the yellow circles
Yes. All
versus
right,
all of the circles.
all right, TRW.
So if we have boxes, remember the right one is all of the same size. So when we click that, it's going to get all of the boxes that were the same size.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
like this so much. Oh my gosh.
Right now that you know that, let's jump into getting started. So we have the text tool. I just clicked on the text tool. We're going to type out your name.
Okay. Hmm.
Did I get it right?
Yes,
SAL. Okay.
very good.
I like to, whenever I use a tool, after I use that tool, I like to go back to the pick tool. Boom. And then I like to deselect. And then I give myself a woo-saw moment and be like, okay, what am I going to do next? So we have a customer. Her name is Mia. She wants a shirt with her name on it. Okay. She want a rhinestone shirt with her name on it. So we have our font here. Boom, and we can choose all of the fonts that are installed onto your PC.
Okay.
Also in the design wizard, we have the font tool here using this dropout here.
Mhm.
So I like to use either or. This one right here is kind of cool because you can see them right there on the screen
Right.
versus over here,
Have to
you
click on
can
it.
set up your favorites. You can start adding favorites,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then you can find the font simply by clicking here and typing in the first 3 letters of that font. So let's
Okay.
say we want the impact font. So click on it. I should have changed to impact, but I have it up here. Boom. Some reason it doesn't let you change it right there at times unless you go like IMP, where
Mm,
we're already on it.
got it.
Let's say we changed it, then it'll let us change it. What? See, I don't know why it's not, when I click it down here, it's not changing. Let's see
Right.
here. Now it's changing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, I'm trying to show something and then don't want to work. I got to make sure it works.
That's
Okay,
okay.
so now when you click on anything, everything pops up that is available to use in this text. So when you deselect it, it's showing you 8.5 by 11. But when you click on it, you get the size of the object that you're working with, and also the coordinates where it is located on this 8.5 by 11 sheet paper. So if we move it down here, as you can see, the X and Y coordinates is the only thing that's changing. A lot of
Okay.
people may get the X and Y coordinates confused with the inches, the object size here. So just don't confuse the two when you're looking up there. And you're like 2.926. I know I sized it right, and it wasn't sized correctly because
That would
you
be
know,
me.
right? 5.07 by 0.687. That's kind of small. Let's make it larger. Let's say I'm gonna change my the size of my paper. I like working with 13 by 19 because I have a 13 by 19-inch printer, and um, most shirts are 8.5. They start at, unless you're doing working on a kid's shirt, most of my designs go from 8.5 up to 11.5, 12,
Lord, I'm gonna have to
13.
get another cutter anyway, because I
Yeah.
only got, darn it.
Yeah, but what I realized over time, so I started with this big cutter, 24 inches.
Mhm.
And when you're designing a shirt and you're designing a lot of shirts, me personally, I like oversized designs, right? That's an oversized design. When you're cutting vinyl though, and placing vinyl on a shirt like that, you don't want the vinyl all up under their underarm and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You want to
Right.
pretty much keep it
Like,
centered. And what I've realized is 11 and a half inches is big enough. Like, you know, it really is.
okay.
I had to condense a lot of my designs down to 11 and a half so that people can cut them with their Cricut. And that's when I came to the epiphany, like, oh, okay, after doing so many designs, 11 and a half is great, you know. But I like big. So this was cut out using a 20, my 20, that was 20-inch puff vinyl.
Wow. Your designs are so amazing.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But you know that already.
And when you get into more trainings with me, you'll see how I use a lot of AI to create my designs now. I
Okay.
used to I used to grab elements. When I say elements, you know, like the stars, the hearts, the lines, you know, different polygons that you can use when you're creating like ribbons and little scrolls. But now, as long as you got a good prompt, you see I
Yeah,
got diamond club in the chain.
I
And
see. That's
yeah,
cool.
you just gotta, oh, sorry, you just gotta learn how to talk to AI. That's the same thing, same exact design, but this
Different.
was printed using DTF.
Okay.
And then of course that one was cut vinyl. So yeah, get you a larger, well no, I say get a better cutter if you can, because you'll it won't be such a headache, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. To each his own. You know, some people love
We
they
gon' we
crickets
gonna
and they
get
love
we
putting it
gon'
on the
we
mat.
gonna get we gonna get there. I
Yeah,
ordered some Hotfix rhinestones.
yeah,
So we gonna start with what we got, press a couple of things, and then expand from there. We gotta perfect the basics first.
right.
Yeah,
I get it. I like your mindset.
yeah.
But we
Because
got it sized at 8.787 by 1.19.
okay,
All right.
yes,
And I'm gonna make a copy. I'm gonna change this to a cursive font so that I can show you something.
okay.
Oh, most of my cursive fonts are down here. Boom. Okay. That's dope too. I like that one too.
I
And when you
like
go to
that.
wireframe, look at this.
Okay, so that's where you can start layering your rhinestone design in, right?
Yes, but no. Here, I wanted to show you how the letters overlap. The
Mm,
cursive letters, whenever you're using a cursive font,
okay.
whenever the letters pretty much overlap, when you
Mhm.
look in wireframe, you can see that they are overlapped here. You don't
Okay.
want that. So if you're using a cursive font, you'll always want to, let me zoom in a little bit. Watch what happens when you weld it here. So when you weld it, now it's one solid object.
Okay. Yes.
When it's unwelded, those cut lines will cut over each other. And then if you cut vinyl before and you cut something out like this, you know that after you wash it a few times, these pieces will start separating and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
So you'll want to weld it all together.
Okay.
We couldn't see it with the aerial type of text or with the plain type of text. It's only with the script type text.
Okay.
All right, so let's jump into filling this text with rhinestones. I'm going to click on it. Over here inside the design wizard, you have this screen here up top. It never changes. The screen down here never changes. So when you go to the different sections of the wizard, like the place and fill tool or the text effects or the mockups, the only thing that changes is here in the center, uh, which corresponds to whatever tab you're on. So the buttons down here, you'll use these a lot. These are your clear the paths from the selected objects, replace stones to make the spacing equal. This is your add one stone, minus one stone. Then of course you have your enhanced view and your wireframe view. And you have a group everything, ungroup everything, ungroup everything, and all groups. Then you have a mark top layer of mark top overlapping stones red, mark bottom overlapping stones red, merge overlapping stones together, then selecting to the front, selecting to the back, select paths. I have never used this button here. Like there's a lot of buttons in here that you may never use until one day you like, okay, I'm gonna get in there and play around with it and see what the button does. But I've never used it. So up
Okay.
here, you have your stone sizes.
Okay.
And right now, when you open yours, you're only going to have SS6, SS8, SS10, and then it'll go to SS16, 20, 30, and 34. I added in these extra size dimensions here because our rhinestones are not built alike. You know, if you order SS6s from one company, yeah, they may fit in a circle that's 0.097. But you might order some from another company and those rhinestones might be just a little too big. They might brush in well, but all of them might not brush in because some of them might be a little thicker than the others. So I went inside of the software and I made these extra stone sizes for times when that happens. So I've got an SS 6.2, I got an SS 10.2, and a 10.3. So these are like for the AB stones, and these are like for the Rhinestuds that have the metallic on them.
Okay.
They may be uh classified as SS10, but when they put that extra coating on them, they're actually a little larger. And I had a hard time brushing them into this traditional 130 SS10 stone size. So,
So how did
uh,
you determine the size of them in order to, did you go to the manufacturer?
oh no, okay. So I've been working with rhinestones for a long time.
Okay.
So inside of the Rhinestone Wizard software, you have this screen here. Let me go back to it. It's right here. You click right
Mhm.
here on this little pen, and that's how you can edit these sizes. So when I
Oh,
click in there, you got the stone size name right here, and then you have like the variants and the fixed stone size. So I sat in here and I looked at the SS10 right here, and I was like, well, SS10 is 0120 to 0131, and the fixed size is 0130. I just made my SS 10.2. I made it, I went up one here, and I went up, what, 11 here, well, two here, and then I made it, went up two here. So I just tried to more so follow this guide and just up it just a bit here. So
okay.
for 38, I went up three here, and I went up two here, and
Right.
then I
Went up
said
5.
I want the fixed size to be 0138.
Okay.
I was just more so looking at these numbers, not even knowing like how to put in variants or do the fixed sizes. I just went in there and upped
Made
the
the adjustment.
sizes just a little bit, and
Okay.
it works great. So I'll send you a screenshot of this, so
Okay.
that once you get your software up and running, you can incorporate these stone sizes. And now after I've been doing it for so long, I just start off with 0133.
Okay.
I start off with my 10.2 instead of the traditional 130 because when it after you cut it out, when you brushing them stones in, they brush in so much easier,
Okay.
right?
Because they have a little bit more wiggle room to kind
Yeah,
of do what they need to do.
for sure. So, um, okay, and then those are the stone sizes. Right here, I've never like I guess you can resize it to whatever stone size that you want to, but I've
Mhm.
never really used it this way right here or this one. What it says, resize, resize your rhinestone design with one click. So I need to go in there and actually train myself on these two buttons. I just do it another way. Like
Oh,
replace all stones with the size chosen. We'll get into that. I'm just going through the buttons so you can see what they are. Left click to set stone sizes. I've never used this button or this button. You know, I I just go in there and I set my size. So we got it at SS 10.2. When we click here and we go to place and fill, this is where you place the rhinestones at.
okay.
You have inside, outside, add stones, magic path, and you have all of these numbers here. The islands,
Oh,
the islands represent how many islands on the outside or the inside.
are the
So
islands those little squares?
no, you'll see it here in a moment. So the islands, if I click here on the inside and clear the path, merge overlapping stones. So you have to do those three things first. Let me do it again. There's a reason why that looks like that. I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
Let's actually take your name and do it like this. And then we'll come up here to the horizontal alignment and center it. Boom. Because your last name is so long, it doesn't give the stones enough room to actually get placed in there. So that's why they like the G came out great, the O came out okay, but the other
Yeah.
letters are like, I can't get
Hey,
to
where do we
it.
go?
Yeah. So let's get rid of this one. And then let's work with this one. So this was 6.355. Let's actually make it a little bigger. So 8.4 by 3.9. Now, when we click on it and the islands, let me get to the islands. So let's take the stones off for now so you can understand what the islands do. And let's put it on the outside. So if we click on Mia, one island, I never change this spacing right here. This is always 0.02. The field lines, yours may say 0.14, and I use 0.14 for the longest. So I never really changed field line spacing or spacing. I kept them the same. But I was like, what's this automatic right here do? When I put it on auto, it's been on auto ever since, and I like it. But 0.14 will definitely work. Let me show you. Island field. Wait, hold on. That's for the field line spacing. That's not for, that's for the rhinestone. So I'll keep it right there for now. Let me delete this again. So we click on Mia. This is the outline contour. So we do one island. The contour is 0.075. We hit island fill and change the color. Now we have our outline. And you see how it comes up with this on outline? You want to right click that. I like to get rid of that because you don't want that to confuse you. I like to deselect. Now we have our Mia. How do you pronounce your last name?
Gonsalves.
Gonsalves. All right. So if we move this, as you can see, it's just an island sitting on top of another island. So the text, when you use this island tool right here, it creates an island underneath your current object. So if we click on the pink and we did it again, I'm going to change the contour on this one to 0.2 this time. So it's going to be thicker. Let's do an island fill. Let's change the color, and I'm going to get rid of this outline. So now when we move them, we have one island sitting on top of another island, sitting on top of another island. So those are representative of contours, I guess, what they call them in different softwares.
Yeah.
So what we want to do now though is in order to, because rhinestones cannot sit on top of vinyl. So if we're cutting this out in vinyl, we'll want to chop or cookie cut this Mia through this Mia. But since we have that third layer, we actually want to do it backwards. So we'll click on the pink, we'll hold shift, click on the blue, and we're going to use our trim here. Once you trim it, now look what the blue is. So that's your blue vinyl for your
Okay.
outside. I'm gonna Control Z and put it back. And now we want to take our black, hold shift, and chop it through the pink and trim. So now what we have is that's your top layer, that's your middle layer, and that's your bottom layer. So if you're cutting out 3 parts of vinyl, I'm gonna highlight it. We're gonna go to our mock-up. And this is pretty self-explanatory for the mock-up because you choose your product, boys, youth, front, shirt, back. They got men's. In the men's section, we get a hoodie, we get a long sleeve shirt and a regular shirt. In the women's though, y'all get a burnout shirt, a dry fish shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a
Yeah,
tank top. Let's put it on a tank top, and we're gonna do a tank top
hold on
front.
1 second, Ray. I'm sorry. Can you take the dog out of my room, please? Thank you. He's gone. Okay, I'm back.
All right, so we clicked on the tank top shirt front, and then we just click on it here. Boom. And now we have our mock-up. So this is where it gets handy, where you can change the, let's just go to glitter. And let's say, oh, you want it this silvery glitter. And then let's just say we want this area right here to be black. That's dope.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
And let's say, what I like to do is I like to show them different colorways. So like, let me take it back. When you click here and you click and change the color of the shirt, now it's just a black flat color shirt. You can right click now on the white and give it its shadows and definition to the shirt for the mock-up.
Okay.
Right. Let's go back down here at the bottom. It will create a additional tab once you create that mock-up. So let's go back to page 1.
Okay. And that's our paper.
Yep. So now we can, so I showed you the contour outlines. Now let's dab into stone. Let's go back to our place and fill tab. We want to make sure that we have it set to inside or outside. We'll do inside first. Let's add stones. This magic path button here, I don't think it it works, or it's broken. Like I'm not quite sure what it does, because whether you have it checked or unchecked, you can't see a difference whether it's working or not. So we'll click it on for just for good measure, and we'll put our contour back to traditional 0.075. Yep. Let's click here and let's island fill it. We're going to clear the paths and merge overlapping stones. Whenever you use any fill, you have to clear the paths here and then merge overlapping stones. Let's change the color so we can see them. And there it is. So sometimes it puts in an extra stone here or there. We're going to just delete those. Boom. Delete this one. Boom. Boom. And then sometimes it, especially on curves, as you can see on the O here and on the G, like it just out of place just a hair. We're going to nudge him back in there. We're going to nudge this one back in there. I'm just grabbing it and just dragging it to where it fits. Boom.
This is so cool. I love this so much.
Wait till you see what it can do. I'm gonna grab this one, drag it right here.
Uh-huh.
Like right here. It's like, okay, they didn't know what they wanted to do with this G. And that's
Right. You're like, where do we go? Where do we go?
it. So what I like to do is I like to declutter it first. So I know that stone doesn't go there. This one definitely should go right here. And this one should go right here. But I'm like, I don't want to do all of that. So what I'm about to do is I like to, this one looks perfect. This one looks like it's right where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one. And I'm gonna take and I'm gonna drag this one over here and make a copy. Boom. And then I'm gonna hold shift, select this one, and then equal space them two and add one in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And then you can hold shift and clear the path. So get rid of that line.
Okay.
So now we fixed the top of that G. We have rulers here. I'm gonna grab this ruler and drag it right down and place it right here on this node here. So now I got a frame, a reference of where the next stone goes. So I'm gonna just hold control. Holding control allows you to get the stone right on that same axis without moving it all over the place. So holding
Mm.
control keeps it steady on that, I guess the X axis.
So
And
that the stones are in alignment.
yes,
Got it. And then you'll just take another stone and put it right across from that one that's right there.
nope, nope,
No.
nope. I'm gonna hold shift. I'm gonna select this stone down here. I'm gonna use my equal space tool again. Click it. I'm gonna add a stone, add a stone. They almost fit. I'm gonna shift and clear the path. So now I'm gonna use the space from this stone right here to give, I'm actually gonna grab this stone, hold shift, click on this one, 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 this one. I could have went all the way up and around, which I used to when I first started. Cause I was like, I want that all of it to be equal spaced all the way around. That was just the OCD in me. Like it's still gonna look good if I would have went in 4 or 5 stones, but I went in all the way up here to give these stones some space. So let's equal space it, shift, and clear that path. So now
Okay.
we can see we can move this over just a hair and move this one over just a hair.
Yeah.
Now we just fix that G. It looks good to me.
Yes, I like it.
Let's see. Let's look at the S. So the S is pretty simple. We're gonna just move those stones into place. Boom. And they sort of almost snap into alignment with the rest of them because they were equal space. And that one just sort of came out of its spacing. But if it doesn't snap in, just grab that one, hold shift, work your way around, and then just equal space it. You see it move just a hair, right?
Yeah.
Shift and clear the path.
Mm.
So what I like to do a lot, and this is I just recently started doing this. Sure enough, I could move this right here to fix that S, to move this right here to fix that S. But I had already fixed this S right here. So just depends on how much fixing that you did to the previous letter. I would just copy it by going in there just like this, making sure. See, I came in from right here,
Mm-hmm.
just getting just those circles inside the S. When I let go, it's just going to get just those circles inside the S. Didn't get the black S because the black S is all welded together as part of your name.
Got it.
So earlier in the training, when I showed you how to use this selection tool,
Mm-hmm.
that this is where that comes into play, and it's very very handy to just go in there and just grab just those stones and then
Mhm.
pull them out of there.
So there's a method to your madness, is what you're telling me.
Yes, yes. You like
Trust the process.
that's the easy way to do it, because like right here on this M, sure enough, you can go in there and delete this one, click and delete this one, click and delete this one, click and delete this one, or you can just go in there real quick with this tool and grab them, boom, and just delete all of those at once. And then I'll probably use this one and drag it right over, and I'm gonna place it on the left, hold shift, and we can equal space it right here, but then also we can go to the edit and fill between two.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Dang.
So in using that, and I seen how tight they were, I'm gonna undo it. I'm going to delete this one and delete this one and delete this one and delete this one. And I'm gonna use that fill between two on this stone and
And
this stone. Fill between two. Got it
wow.
in there perfectly. When you use that though, you still have to hold shift and clear the path. If you don't, see, when you hold shift and clear the path, now they're separate. If you don't hold shift and clear the path, they're when you click on one, they're all still together. The line is all still together. Even though if you wireframe it, there's no line through them connecting them, but you still have to shift and clear the paths here, and then they're all broken up again.
And not all connected. Very cool.
All right. So let's go down here to this cursive one. So with this cursive one, we're going to click on it. We already welded it so that the letters are not overlapping. Let's place and fill. We already have our stuff set up for let me show you the fill line spacing real quick before we get into that. So right now it's on 0.14, and that's what yours will be on when you get started. Let's move this down here and actually move this closer so we can see the difference. With it on 0.14, the space between each stone, so from this one to this one to this one to this one is 1.4. The space sideways is 0.02. So if we change it to automatic and we do that same thing, island fill, clear the paths, merge overlapping stones, I think, let's see here. The fill line spacing, yep, it's a little tighter here, as you can see. So I like it on automatic, but it doesn't matter if it's on 0.14. I had it on 0.14 for years, but you'll see the difference if you're filling in an area that is a lot of stones. Like, let's just hatch fill this. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. And let's change this from auto now. So let's do like a 0.16. We're going to go a little bit bigger than 0.14. Hatch fill. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. So as you can see, you can change the amount. I think it might have squeezed one more extra stone in there. I mean, they pretty much look identical, but you can pretty see that these are tighter.
Yes, absolutely.
So I like to play around with my fill line spacing because you can go, let's say you were trying to do a design and you want to use rhinestones, but you don't want to use that many. Let's go up on this number to like 0.22. Hatch fill. Clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. Let me change these boxes to black so we can see them. Black, and we're gonna get rid of that outline on there. So now you can see that playing around with the hatch field, with the field line spacing, you can still put rhinestones in there, just don't have to use as many. And you can play with the spacing as well. If you want to space them out just a little bit more spacier. I just made that word up, didn't I?
It's okay.
Let's go 0.06 on the spacing. Hatch fill. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones, and let's change them to yellow. So now, it's still going to look good, but you don't have to use as many stones.
Yeah.
All right? That
Right.
was
I'm telling you, you're about to start something. I promise you. I'm just in my head thinking of everything that I can rhinestone. Oh my gosh.
all right. I'm gonna we're at 354. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. I want to be able to cover some things so that you can see the true power of the software.
Awesome.
So we got your name right here again. Once again, we already know that when you're dealing with a long name like this, when we try to rhinestone it on one row,
It's not
island
going.
field, it may work.
Yeah.
Clear the path, merge overlapping stones.
It might work because it's only one layer. Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely looks good.
Yeah.
But we have some areas here that we definitely can fix, and that's where the tools come into play at. Like
Okay.
right here, they didn't pretty much know what they wanted to do with this A right here.
Yeah.
So I like to observe it first and be like, how do I want to do this? All right, this one, that can go. This one can go. This one can go. Okay. Now that's looking pretty cool to me. So I'm gonna fix this row here. Maybe this one right here. This one can go. He's out of place. I'm gonna start right here, hold shift, and I'm going to replace equal stone this row. Equal space, add a stone, maybe one more. That's kind of tight, so let's take it back. Shift and clear the path. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold on, what if I move this stone down here just a little bit and then do that again? So I'll do this row again.
You can fit another stone in there.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now I can add
Okay.
another stone. Shift
I
and
see,
clear the
I
path.
see, I see. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And sometimes the OCD in me is like, I like it, but now if I
Have
did
to
it
put
like
this
this,
line.
move that one over there and place this one there, that looks good. But now I'm like, nope. So
Oh, 'cause that one right there is not
yep,
in alignment
I
with
would delete this one,
cross.
delete this
Bring
one,
that one down.
yep, and take this straight row across here.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's equal space that. Boom.
Yes.
Shift and clear the path. And then we'll start our, you see how it fell into place?
Mm-hmm.
And do it that
Oh
way.
my goodness.
Then do these this way. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get that last one in there. Shift, click, and add that. Shift and clear the path.
I'm about to scream. Oh my gosh.
So we're
That's
going to drag this one right up here. If you're trying to be perfect, just drag your ruler down. Place your ruler right on that node. But
right.
looking at it, it actually goes up a little bit right here on the A. So visually, I'll just place it right here because I can equal space it with this one. So I'm gonna start there and then grab all of those and start my equal space and add a stone like so. Shift and
Oh
click
my
pad.
gosh, Ray. Ah!
This one is off just a little bit, so I'm gonna hold control and drag it in.
Oh my gosh. And I don't mean to scream in your ear, but
I like it, but it this is just me when I'm designing at times. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of all of those three. and I'm gonna drag this one straight down and place it right here. So I know I got my spacing already. I'm gonna start right there now, and now equal space it so that it comes down straight.
Okay.
Boom. This one still is bothering me. I'm gonna just drag it in just like so, cause I want it to be straight.
Yes.
So a lot of my designs, even though using the software, and the software, when I first got started, I was like, oh, that looks so good. I sent it to the cutter. You know what I mean? I may have fixed a few things. I didn't fix as much as I fix nowadays, but I'll go in there and be like this one right here. I would have looked at that and been like, oh, that's ready to go. Send to the cutter. And then once I cut it out, I'll be like, oh, I could have did that G better. When I first got started though, I just nudged that stone up under the tape, right into place and pressed it in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because I was so excited, like, oh yeah, that's good, that looks good, that's ready to cut. Not even realizing like I could have cleaned it up just a little bit. Like right here, this L right here, I would have
Yeah.
missed that when I first got started. But the customer was still happy, like you know what I mean, and they didn't see the flaws because they only saw the stones.
Yeah.
As I started doing more shirts. And when you get down to the brushing process, you'll be like, oh, I could have took a few more minutes and did that a little better. But
Yeah.
that's just the learning process.
Awesome. Ray, you're an amazing teacher.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I know last week was a rough week for you, but I'm glad to see that you seem to be doing better
Oh
and you're
yeah,
smiling and you moving forward. So thank you so much. I'm so glad that we did this class.
and I thank you for taking it. So I would like to consider myself a social media influencer. So if this is what I'm doing day to day as a business and showing and helping others, I I, I I'm transparent with everything, you know. So a lot of the things that I may go through in my life, people may actually experience the same things. And I just really want people to know that it's okay. Like you know what I mean? Like this is you'll have good days and you'll have bad days. You know, don't just I don't want to just be on online every day. Like every day is a good day, yay! Like no,
Right.
it's not that. Like you know what I mean. So I don't want to even train people to have them thinking like, okay, every day is gonna be a good day. I'm gonna get this software, like you know what I mean, and everything is gonna be rolling. You still got to put in the time, still got to put in the effort, like you know what I mean. You still
Absolutely.
gotta deal with the people who are in your inbox for 2 hours and you never close the sale. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know how deep you've been in yet, or if you've actually started like uh doing custom apparel for money, you know,
Not
or like
yet. I'm definitely, especially after today's training, I'm definitely gonna get started.
so when I first got started, right? After I learned the text part, right? After I learned how to grab a circle and make the circle. So I'm holding control and it drew a perfect circle. Without holding control, I can pretty much, do make the circle how I want it. But if I'm holding control, it's going to draw a perfect circle for me. Same way with a square. If you hold control, it's going to draw a perfect square. If you're not holding anything, you can draw skinny rectangles, wide rectangles, and such,
Mm.
right?
Right.
But what I did when I first got started was I was like, I want a rhinestone Betty Boop. One of my first orders was somebody's like, oh, can you do Betty Boop? So I went on to Google. Boom. We'll type in Betty Boop SVG. SVG is the magic thing that makes it work because it's going to give you your scalable vector graphics or graphics that look like scalable vector graphics, which look like this. Your black and whites, your outlines, your contours, pretty much a lot of the things that you will see in a coloring book, right? So I would click here. Let's choose this one, Betty Boop. SVG on Pinterest. Right click and save image. You're going to save your image. I like to rename all my stuff because you'll never be able to find Betty Boop in your files with it being named DC2C4A. So I like to change it.
Right.
Red dress. Boom. Once you saved it, you can drag it right in. I'm dragging it in from my download folder that's inside my Google Chrome. I'm dragging it right in. Boom. All right. Now we got her over here. And actually, I'm going to Control C. I'm going to start a new document. I'm going to paste her over here. Control V. All right. Now you can press P to place all the objects to the center. Boom. So right now, she is large. Oh, nope. Okay, it's a 13 by 19 inch paper. So she did come out large. But as you can see, she's a picture. When we zoom in on her, she has the boxes on her. The pixelization, as you can see. What we want to do with all the images that we find, we need to vectorize them. So to easily vectorize it, you right click on it, outline trace, and clip art. Watch what happens. It changes all of those pixelizations, as you can see over here, to vector lines. Great. All right. In this power trace, I like to click on delete original image and remove background. I like to have both of those selected and then hit OK. So now what we have is we have our Betty. If we click on her, she's still all together though. Let's right click and let's ungroup all objects. So now what we have is everything that you see is its own little piece. So that's her, you know, everything that's not connected is not connected. So, you know, every little piece of her. So I'm just Control Z in and putting it back. What you want to do is you want to group everything that you're going to rhinestone, group it together. So I'm going to click on her face. I'm going to hold shift and click on the parts of her skin. Let's go ahead and weld all of that together. And I like to change the color so I can see it. All right. So now I see I need to get this part of her thigh, her few little fingertips. I mean, her fingers. So I'm going to hold shift, click on this pink. Hold shift here, click on this one. Hold shift here, get that one and that one. So I got all of those selected. I'm still holding shift and I'm gonna click right here on this, or the rest of her skin. I'm gonna right click, combine, and then weld. So now, oh, okay, so her back is out. Okay, we're gonna grab this little piece right here, hold shift, and let's weld that to that too, as well. Boom. So now we got our Betty. I like to set my nudge right here in the edit tab, nudge object on 15. That way I can just nudge her out real quick. Boom. Make sure I got all of my pieces. And I do. All right. Now I'm gonna leave that over there for now because we're gonna work on our dress now. So we're gonna grab this, hold shift, grab that and that. I like to right click, combine, and then weld. Oh, I like to change the color so I can see what pieces I'm missing. So let's change it to pink. Okay, she got this little outline right here. So now we like, okay, that's a lot, right? We're gonna click right there on that red piece right here. Boom. Come up here to our magic button. Click on all the red. So it's gonna get all the red in this design. It got all the red. Let's change it to blue. Make sure it got it. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna click right here. So this must be a different shade of red. I'm gonna do that again. Click all the same color, and I'm gonna change that to blue. Boom. I'm just trying to go in here and get all these shades of red. Okay, so this right here, we can tell that that's part of the outline. We're going to click on this, hold shift, click on the black, and let's weld that together. Even right here, let's weld that to the black because we know that's supposed to be black. Boom. All right. So I'm going to click right here on this red again. Select it again. I'm going to change it blue. I'm changing all the red blue to make sure I got all of the red that I want. Even this right here. Again, select all of the same color and change it to blue. Now that I did that, I can click on blue, select all the same blue, right click, combine it all together, and then weld it, and then change it all back to red. So now I know I got all that red, right?
Yeah.
Click on this pink, hold shift, click on the red, combine it to the red, and weld it. So now we have all of that red. So I had to go in there. Whenever you vectorize an object, it's going to break it down into those little colors, trying to get as close to match as possible. And so,
Right.
like even right here with our lip, you see our lip came out right here.
Yeah.
We can
Because however they drew it, the original. Yeah.
so we can easily fix that though by there's multiple ways we can fix it. We can click right here and then come up here to our eraser tool here and then just erase that little piece off.
Mm.
But you had to click on the red first. You had to click on the red first, or with the eraser tool doesn't work without you specifying what you want to erase first.
Yes.
Right. So now let's move her skin back in. Well, I'm gonna leave it over there because now I want to work on her bangles. We're gonna change all of those to yellow. So all of this inside area, as you can see, that design it was chopped up pretty good. After we vectorized it, it broke the black up into 3 different shades.
Yeah. And then you
So
see like brown and all those other colors.
yep. So you got to go in there. I mean, we can if we want to select all of this black. Boom. Nudge it out. Boom. Let's get all the red. Nudge that over. Boom. See now all of this that represents her hand and all of this, we can click on that, select all of that same color, nudge it over. Boom. Let's get this down here, this color here, nudge that over. Because this is all, we about to combine it all together so that we got one solid piece. Hey, what's going on, brother? They loved it. They loved it, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, right off the bat, as soon as they seen it, that's Richard Pryor, man. Who did that? That's what they were saying? You ain't had no cars. Oh, I forgot. We forgot that part. Yeah, but did you tell them you can get him one? Yeah. All right. We partners now. Yeah, we on the flow, brother. I just did a Richard Pryor shirt.
Oh wow.
He wore it to an event the other night and they went crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Very cool.
Now he ready to sell some. So it looks like this one last piece here, right here. We're gonna nudge that over. And that looks like that's right there. Yep, it completes the rest of her face. So everything else for real is just like extra. What is all of this? I just want to make sure, like right here, this you want the pieces to connect because we're gonna get rid of all of this scrap stuff. We're just gonna even right here. I liked it. We can let's move these hearts back in, but I'll redo those hearts because we can go right into the app right here and go to basic shapes. Let me move this out the way. Right here on the polygon tool and go to basic shapes. Once you go to basic shapes, up here, you get your shapes and you can click right here You got like lightning bolts in there. You got the heart symbol. I'm using Coreldraw 2017 here in my office, but
Okay.
at home I got 2024. So I'm almost sure you got more shapes in there, but I haven't tested it out yet. I just got it the other day. Let me
Okay.
grab this heart right here. Boom. And now I'll just redraw that heart. So like so. Let's make it blue so we can see it. Right click, get rid of this outline. And then I'm gonna drag it up here. I'm gonna turn it. Try to make it match. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna make it a little taller. Oh, see it. Oh, that might look better too. It actually is curved. I mean, it actually is slanted sideways, like it's actually on her thigh. I'm gonna
Mhm.
just double it up like she had it doubled up. Boom. Hold shift, make them both red. Now this red here, all of that red is together. So I'm gonna double click on it. And you see all of those nodes that popped up?
Mhm.
I'm just going to get rid of those nodes. Boom. So now we got our double heart here.
Okay, that's cute.
Now with this, I'm going to get rid of because it was I guess
Outline at the strap.
yeah, yeah, we can though. We can double click and just get rid of these nodes here and just get rid of that indentation that there was something there. Or we can just be like, I'm using this software, that's what I'm doing, and I want to fix it. Because we can. We're gonna come to our freehand tool, and like for this, we can use the 3-point curve. We can just start that curve from here, draw a line. I'm gonna go all the way across so that it curves like it's all together. I'm gonna just curve it just a little bit, just a little bit. Right there and click. I'm gonna do it again right here. Draw
Mhm.
this line straight there, and I'm gonna curve it just a little bit and click. So now when I smart fill it, we have our smart fill tool here. I can smart fill that area, and maybe there. You smart fill that area. So now we got to get all of that together. So we want to click right here to select all the same color of that smart fill. We're going to just weld that together.
Mm.
We're going to right click to get rid of the outline. And now we got to go in there and get rid of our lines that we made to make it work. So I'm just clicking on that line, deleting it, clicking on this line and deleting it. And I'm gonna click on this area, hold shift, click on the black. I'm gonna combine that and weld it.
And
So
voila.
now we just fixed that area and made it super clean
Yeah.
and better. I'm gonna delete all the rest of this stuff because
You don't need it.
I mean even delete all of this, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go in here now with my smart field tool and just smart field this because I changed a few things, so I wanted to be perfect. Boom. Select it all, same color. Right click, combine, and uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I combined it and I went to weld it, and I was moving too fast, and the screen changed on me, and I didn't get to weld it. So I said uh-oh because I was moving way too fast.
I understand.
All right, let's change her skin. Boom. So now let's get her earrings back in there. Weld that here. I mean, smart fill it, smart fill it, smart fill it. With the smart fill tool still selected, you can select all the same color and change it on the fly. Boom, and then weld it. And then deselect everything. So right here, I don't even like that heart on her dress right there. I'm gonna select all of that right there. Hold shift, select her dress. I'm gonna combine all of that and weld it. So now we ready. That was a pretty good explanation of how you have to make sure all your reds is together. Boom.
Yeah.
Make sure. Oh, right here. Right here. We can. Let me nudge that over. Oh, it was two of them. I forgot. Nudge that over. Let's just select all of this. Wait a minute. Oh, forgot our shoes down here. Select it all and weld it all together. So we got all our red together. We know all of her skin is together. So that's one cut. That's one vinyl cut. And this is another vinyl cut, you know, and then you probably cut out yellow for the earrings and then black for the outline, you know. So that's, if you're cutting it out in vinyl, it's ready to go. All right. But we're gonna put rhinestones on her dress. We're gonna put rhinestones on her earrings, and it look like I missed a little piece of her heel right here of her shoe, but we can
You ain't
fix.
gonna tell nobody.
Huh?
Ain't gonna tell nobody.
No, we can fix that. We double click here and drag this node straight down like so. And then this node right here, you see how it has this arrow right here? We can grab that arrow and just swing it this way. And I guess they're not as sharp on the bottom like that. So we can double click and add a node here. And then drag that node down just a little bit. Just a little bit. So as you see it, you can just double click in there and be like, I like it, but I would rather, let's get rid of all of this. Get rid of this part. Boom. And I want her shoe actually to go this way. So I click right here on this node here, and you can drag it. You see the arrow up here? You can drag this arrow right here. Okay, we fixing it a little bit. So I guess I got to move this, do it one node at a time. Boom. And you're like, okay, I want this way to go this. And this part right here, all of this, get rid of those two, should be thinner. Boom. I don't know how the heel look, but, and I would get rid of all of this red in here. Well, you see our shoe right here. We need that other piece right there so we have space to fill it. But I'm gonna just get rid of this other half. So I'm not gonna even touch those nodes on that side. I just want to get rid of all of this and go in there and smart fill it all at once to make it red. Well, I could have got rid of that little black piece too. Get that out of there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that out of there and just redo it. Smart fill. Make it red. I know it looks weird. Oh no, it don't. It actually doesn't. Like, you know what I mean? But me personally, if something like that happened, you gotta think outside the box. Go here
Yes.
and type in heels SVG. Boom. You got a heel right here. You know, you'll, oh, there go a better one. Boom. Right click, save image as, save it first. Well, that's the WEBP file, so it won't let me save it. We just gotta find one that isn't a WEBP file. So this one may work here. Right click, save it. Yep, that came in great as an SVG. I like it. We're gonna save that SVG and drag it right in.
And you just flip it, right?
Yep. This software is pretty much like once you understand it, you can pretty much, we gotta ungroup all objects and flip it right here, mirror horizontally. Let's make it smaller. Make it smaller. And let's just say, oh, it's gonna fit too. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Delete this. Right here, this little piece here, I'm gonna delete that. Boom. Grab this. We're gonna double it up. We're gonna send this to the back. Place that right there. Well, let's get it in there a little better. A little better. Okay. And I'll probably go left with that one just a little bit. Boom. With this one, I'm gonna get it right here. And there we have it. Right here, I'm just going to, you're gonna like this. On this front one, I'm gonna do a place and fill. Let's leave it at 0.075 on the outside, no stones, and do an island fill. Boom. To give it that black outline. Let's right click. And we're gonna grab this piece right here, and we're gonna just like make it touch this piece. Boom. Make this touch that. And we don't need that much off her heel. Let's delete that. Aha, that's looking a little thick. Let's bring it in just a little bit, just a little bit. What are we gonna do right here with this area? We're gonna smart fill that.
Yeah.
Boom. And we're going to hold shift and weld it to the black.
So she don't have cankles.
Yeah. So now we just pretty much redid that one right there. We can do it same with the back one. Island fill, change it black, right click. So now what we have is, it looks like her shoes. We made a new pair of shoes on her.
Yep.
But we wireframe it. We got a lot going on, you know? So what we got to do is we got to take her skin. Let's weld these two together first. Her two shoes. Let's weld them two together. Bring them to the front. And we got to take this piece and chop off that extra that was there. Okay? We got to take, let's send this to the back. Okay. So you want to make sure that all of this is together. So let's combine that. Uh-oh, nope, not combine. Let's weld it all. All right, so with it all welded, now let's send it to the back where it's supposed to go. Oh, I messed up. I see what I cut off. I used the leg to cut off the shoe, and it was supposed to be the other way around. Let's go back. My apologies.
It's okay.
So let's
Is
just
it
take all of this black.
Mental space.
Yes. Let's get all that black together now. Let's weld that. Boom. Perfect. Let's send it to the back. Boom. Now we need this part to the front. Let's send that to the back. All right. There's that other shoe right there. I want them actually to be welded together. Boom. And we're going to chop all of this through the black. Trim. All right, there we have it. So that way we can cut out that part. Oh. Hold shift and trim it through the black. Oh, there it is. Okay. I must have didn't do it right at first. Click on the red, hold shift, and trim it through this part. So now, we can cut out her legs and her heels separately. and then the outline. Oh, that's what it is. I never got all the black together. So let's just click on the black now, select all the same color, right click, combine, and weld. All right, all right. Woo! You just learned some stuff. You learned some intermediate stuff real quick.
I did.
All right, so when we got rid of that red, I forgot all the rest of that stuff was combined too. So we just gonna smart fill that back in. Boom. Select all the same color, red. Let's weld it together. Place and fill inside. Add stones. We're just gonna hatch fill it. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones.
So is hatch fill kind of like sprinkle fill?
No, hatch fill, it places the stones in there left to right. Oh, I forgot to change it. I forgot to change the fill lines and the spacing. So it puts the stones in there left to right, left to right, left to right.
Mm.
I love hatch fill because it gives it a more filled in look. Let's change this back to 0.02, and we're gonna hit automatic right here. So we island fill it. It's going to give one row of stones because we only got one island here. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. All right.
Okay.
That ain't bad. I like it. Like if you're giving her a rhinestone trim,
Yeah.
but if you place the islands on 0 and then island fill it, it's unlimited and it fills in the entire area. I liked it, but as you can see, you still got to go in there and fiddle with some stones to get it to look good, which I used to do all the time. What'd you say?
Yeah. I said, but Hatchfield will get them all in there.
Yes.
Because I see that all the time where people put their designs up and I'm like, wait, there's a space right there, right there, right there.
Yeah. But Hatchfield, all right, so with Island Field, as you can see, it definitely does a great job with the curves as it did like right here. But then it also just tries to redo that line on top of that line on top of that line and follow that curve. But then this curve, it follows that curve, and then when they get to the center, they like, okay, we don't know what to do, which way to go.
Right.
It works great for text, but when you're filling in an area like that, I like the hatch filling because it gives it a cleaner, nicer look, clear the path, merge overlapping stones.
I like that. That's cute.
And then on areas like right here, I would just go in there and just and set them like so. If it becomes too tight, then I just use my tool and equal space up like 3 or 4 stones. Give me some room. It gives it some room. Boom. So I use the stones around it to give it just a little more room to fit in there. And boom. Like on this side, come on. Whenever I'm doing this zoom, my zoom is quirky. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit, and I'm gonna actually curve this down and curve this down. So I'm just bringing them down just a little bit, just trying to recreate that curve. Move that one up, hold shift, and go around like so. Equal space to probably about here. Add a stone, shift and clear the path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Then I'll probably drag this one over just a little bit. Get this one in there. And then add a stone here and add a stone here. I think that's it. Yep. And maybe I can get one right here. But I'm gonna equal space it so that I got room. And the OCD in me be like, okay, bro, now you got to move this one over here and then equal space across. But that just be me.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just hit save. Betty. Boop. Yeah. Equal space. Can I get one more in there? I know that's tight. Let's take it back. Shift and clear the path. Boom. Yes.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
So I will probably, take the stones off her lips, even though I guess that's a thing now to have the glittery lips.
Yeah.
Right here, I would probably fix this heart right here. So with the hearts, we know that we want them to look like hearts. So we're just gonna go ahead and take the inside out and move them and place them to where you can actually tell that it's two hearts right there. I'm just moving them because I'm about to equal space them in a minute. I'm just moving it, okay? And then I'm probably gonna start like right here. Nope. It has a hard time making this 180-degree turn right here. So I'll move this in just a little closer and then start my line right here. Equal space and add a stone. Boom. And then I'll probably start, like I'll add one right here. Boom. And then come around this way and boom. Can I add one more? Boom. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's looking good. I'll probably do from here, equal space, because I don't think I can get a stone in there. It's kind of tight,
That's a little
which
bit.
which it would work. Like that one row where it's kind of tight, you'll still be able to weed it and be able to get that stone in there. You just don't want the entire design like that because then your rhinestone flock would rip apart as you're trying to get it off the mat,
Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate it. I'm going to schedule another appointment, but it's probably going to be on the weekend if possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I'm starting a new job, and that's the reason why I wanted to get in today. I'm starting a new job on Monday, and it's Monday through Friday, like 8 to 5
Okay.
for the first couple of weeks. I have a heat press coming, and I probably need to order the little brushing thing and the flock and all that kind of stuff. And
Okay.
so,
I'll send you links to those as well. I got links to those as well.
okay,
Got it all from Heat Transfer Warehouse.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then that way, we can build on this and I can actually make some.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. I appreciate your time and I do. And I will, so just let me know what your hours and everything, the times and dates and stuff that works for you. And then I'll reschedule another one.
That's not how this works.
How does it?
I am free. Like, you know what I mean? I'm free 24/7.
Oh, I mean, you could have a family, a wife.
I do, but this is my career. So it's when you're free.
Okay,
Let me know when you're free. If you like, hey, how's 2 a.m. on Friday sound? Like, you know what I mean? I'll be up at 2 a.m. Like, you know what I mean, to conduct the training. Like,
I have a husband
oh,
and a family. I would not do that to another person who has a family and all that kind of stuff. So I try to be mindful. Even though you say you're open, I still try to be as mindful as possible because I know how that juggle is. So
train
um
people in different time zones. So
okay.
you get what I'm saying? Like when I took this job on, I told myself like I work first, second, and third shift. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm working with people who are working different hours. So if that's what I gotta do, like I mean, I can sleep when I want to. You feel me? I can take a break when I want to. My time is more so what's convenient for y'all. That's why I said somebody hit me up. I've done a 3 a.m. class because they were in Scotland somewhere. Like I'm saying, like it was morning there, but it was 3 a.m. over here. So I
Okay.
like to be available when people are available. If not, then I wouldn't make no money. Like you know what I mean? If somebody say you're available at 2 a.m. and I'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm only available 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lose out on a lot. So
Okay. Well, I will keep that in mind, and I will message you. Is that probably the best way
yes,
to?
yes, via messenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, give
And then
this
you
some
said
time.
this will be recorded so I can watch it again.
It is recorded. Only thing is we did about we were recording for about an hour and 39 minutes. So it takes time to render. So once we get done, it's going to render and then I still need to upload it. So I say roughly about 2 hours, I'll be able to send you the video link so that you can watch it at your convenience.
Okay. Can you send it to my email that I provided you?
Yes, I can do that.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ray, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you once again.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
All right now.
Bye-bye.